them motherfuckers over there, they done fucked up. They fucked up and they getting loud about it, man. Every what they call it, Somalian out there. Look, I'm for whoever can get their bag, but my niggas, just chill out. Like they making videos talking about y'all working for us, white man this, white man that. Look. The white man had to deal with black folk for the past 30 years on some shit. Like we just who you racist, blah blah blah. We've been on their necks for 30 years at least. They ain't taking that shit from them niggas, man. Not at all. Somalians, nobody else. They look. There's, I'm telling you, there's a 60-year-old white dude in power right now. Like I'm about to make an example out of somebody. It's coming.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Hey, you saying nigga mark this on the map. Nigga wipe off the map.
So I'm telling you, they took the money. That's what's gonna get them. The fact that they took the money back. If they just would have stayed here and got arrested, that probably would have been it. That country gonna have problems, man. You think Somalia got problems now? Shit, wait till they done with these motherfuckers.
So who are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Like Somalia stole.
No. So they found out in Minnesota. I don't know how heavy this is. This might be just on the conservative side a lot, but in Minnesota, they're taking a lot of a lot of Somalians got brought in. I think in like 2008, and that's just kind of like this Somali like Mecca in America. They changed their state flag to look like Somalia. Like but they're finding out like 80% of all Somalians in this country are on welfare. They're finding out like all these scams and stuff that's going on in Minnesota where like they're being encouraged to take advantage of like government subsidies, even they not. Like they found one with autism shit where they're telling you, tell the city that your kid got autism so you get money. So because it's so many people because it's so many people of this same country and this same flock, like some of the people, they send money back home, right? Well, some of these motherfuckers were sending money to like a terrorist organization. Now, one side is inflating it to make it seem like it's bigger than what it is. I don't know what it really is. It might be big, it might be small, but they really took over that area. So now there are white people that are kind of scared because it's like, if they legally come here and they allowed to be here and they just change your entire shit, like instead of like the Christian things that you think knowing, these motherfuckers are walking around having like mini moral police like you in the UAE or some shit. So there's that fear. But the Somalians they took a lot of that money. A lot of these people, they had like the largest scams they've ever seen money wise in America. And a lot of them just left the country. Like they just, once the news hit the fan, them niggas just bounced.
That's crazy. I ain't never heard that. Like
people who put that piece out there about the Somalian people, man?
Oh no, that's what they're running with. That's what they're running with. But that whatever the reasoning for it is, it's going. Somebody's getting fucked up behind that for whatever the reason. Oh no, yeah, of course. I don't know. I just know the agenda they got. The agenda they want is you are not changing our country.
They even was rounding them. They was rounding them up, deporting them
from Minnesota.
Yeah. So you saying the money things
from Minnesota, and they was rounding them up in Chicago, sending them back. ICE was grabbing them. Now to keep it 100, the Somalian people don't bother nobody. There's a lot of them in Northern Virginia. They got a whole basketball league in Northern Virginia that I watch on TikTok, literally, of nothing but Somalian Muslims. So you can understand what the attack is. They're Muslims. Somalians are not Christian. That's not their faith. They run with the Muslim thing. So the Muslim situation is starting to become very heavy and prevalent inside of the United States, mainly in New York. Okay? These people want to move with their own laws, own rules, own regulations outside of the U.S. corporation's law, which is colonizer law. If you ask me, these people want to be in control of their own people, something that everybody should want to have. You get what I'm saying? Instead of being ruled and ran by another set of people that doesn't benefit. So
America ain't gonna let it happen.
They're gonna point the finger and make the Somalians the bad guy because they got to point the finger at somebody. Were you mad because people are doing what y'all did hundreds of years ago?
And it's legal. It's legal. It's legal. It's legal. If you will come here, you're a legal citizen, and everybody in your community says, "Hey, I want Sharia law." It's legal.
Mhm.
But this is the thing. But this is what's going to happen. I do think all the fraud and stuff is happening. I do think, and I think they've always known it. I think that it's never been a big deal because it doesn't fucking matter. But I think, once again, I do truly believe you make the spotlight for yourself. Because I think, like I said, I think it's always been there. I think it's never been a problem. I don't think anybody gave a shit. I think it was always there. But because you start running your fucking mouth, and this is my thing, tactics don't, your tactics have nothing to do with your fucking feelings. If this is a true political game, I think what they say they doing, that's not how this shit works. The king is the king. Fuck it. I gotta work with I don't have to like the man. I don't. You manage your thing for your community and shut the fuck up. If she would have shut the fuck up, I promise you, because that's what it really started with, is Ilhan Omar, the governor or senator, whatever the fuck she, a congresswoman, she would be on Trump's neck about stuff. But like, man, he's an old white dude. What do you expect? To be tactful? That's what I'm saying. If our people really want to get where they really should be, I shouldn't know who you like. I shouldn't know who you don't like. Where's the tactics in life? You know what I mean? Don't be fake, but I don't need to, like, I know who you are before I even meet you. You get what I'm saying? So now your enemy is moving easily past you because you moving off emotion. You're not moving off no real tactics. It's just sad, man. Sad, frustrating.
Think about this. You have a group of people that's governing other groups of people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the group that's governing the other group of people are benefiting heavily. Always have. And it seems like always will be, because I don't see a change coming to the structure because nobody's going up against it. So why wouldn't people want to be governed by their own people who would make laws, bring businesses, make it so it's more affordable for their people instead of trying to challenge a construct that has nothing to do with us, because we was X'd out of all of that all of this greed that's going on, that has been going on for thousands of years. We was X'd out of that. We was robbed of that. Listen, y'all done had it. We're going to take it. We got it now. This is what we're doing with it. The same ones that's doing that are the ones that's governing us to this day. So if these are the same people that took it from us, why would we still want and still feel the need to have them govern us? We would want our own people, and we never pick it. We never choose. You don't ever see the caucus black people come up with a candidate for anything.
But we're too divided though. It's too divided because you can't say your people, because even in those communities, like even when you talk about those people in like you say, I know a lot of Ethiopians and a lot of Somalians, and they like have tribes, like they have beefs between shit. So even if you do break it down to like, and that's the problem with America really, is that because there's so much freedom, you can have this much individuality. Like you wouldn't be able to survive anywhere else if there was that type of structure around your communities. It would be, we just all gonna be this way and we all moving in this direction. But because it's America, you can't really have something to govern by your people, because your people won't be your neighbor's people. And then we don't segregate ourselves like that.
Well, let's hold on. What about the ADL? What about the ADL? The ADL.
What did you say? Oh no! See now the juice boxes are something different.
Well, hold
on.
The
juice but that's
you just said we can't do it. If them niggas can do it.
Hold on. But there has been not only an indirect but a direct attack on 2 generations of black people. I'm not making excuses behind it, but there is such a difference between the way that organization had moved since its inception. Like I'm talking about since World War II, that there's been a collective, not just something from within, not just them and their community. They built another community around them to protect them. You get what I'm saying? The ADL isn't powerful because of whatever it is they got going on. It's the influence that they have around them. Like you have rich and powerful people that are like we could. I wish we would have a version of that, but I mean we just too scattered, man. It is more difficult for us because we are at such a disadvantage. We can't even disagree with each other. Like think about that. As a culture, you can't disagree for the most part with people that probably you love more than anything else.
All right, let's have a conversation, right? So, well, first of all, welcome to Figuring Shit Out Conspiracy Hour, man. We done started. We jumped right into the bullshit. 10 toes, 30 toes, goddamn. We in this bitch. You heard me?
Yeah.
Follow the shit. Frank, what up? Frank will be back. All the good shit, right? So, just like the ABL, not every Jewish person agrees, benefits, participates, right? But they've just organized enough that one particular sector to say, hey, we speaking for the Jews, right? We speaking for these type of people. Ain't nothing wrong, even if we get 1 million motherfuckers and there's 2 million on the other side screaming opposition. If we go and build this shit and move in a way that's saying that this is how we act, this is how we feel, this is what we think, you're not about to treat us like this. Yeah. Even if other side saying nay or not saying nothing at all, just like that. Yeah, the motherfuckers don't say nothing. If they agree, they just don't say nothing, right? If that can be done, why can't we do the same thing? Organize some shit, Farrakhan, whoever the niggas is, us, you, me, get together, say this is how we do it there. And every time you hear a nigga on the radio, you going after the rapper. Everything you see a motherfucker getting shot in the street, black, you going after the social media, right? And just to get. I seen the clip today, Donald Trump talking something, keep the motherfucking Jewish. And not saying if the ADL don't come and say nothing about this, they in compliance. They in agreement.
He is the most front running Zionist. He's the most blatant Zionist that we've seen as in a president ever. It's crazy work.
But they hold each other down, though. Look how many sets of Jews you have that's running around this world. You have, it's not one just set. They got like 9 or 10 sets of them. And they all hold each other down. That's why they're able to just move into communities and do this and do that, without any type of problem. Because for real, they're, like I said, last month, they're being pushed to the forefront to basically take over the empire because the United States corporation is no longer. So they're being pushed to be able to be the runner against everything coming to world power because the United States is done.
I heard a real good thing about that, man. I heard that they say. Go ahead, my bad, man. My bad. This one.
It's basically saying the corporation is done. First of all, the contract wasn't re-signed. You get what I'm saying? This shit been a contract. You gotta understand the U.S. corporation is a business. Okay, it's a foreign business inside of our land. And basically, the United States is a corporation inside of America, North America to be exact. It's a corporation. They didn't get a new contract. Contract up, business is shut down. That's why we keep having problems with the government. This is why the implement for the digital currency is going to be pushed very, very hard because what they once had, they no longer have. So now, to be able to hold on to that, they got everybody to jump into the Bitcoin situation because now they can tie all y'all money up into the Bitcoin. Understand that process, okay? Because that's their transfer of wealth, of power. Once they lose their power, but they will have it in a digital world. That's why they got everybody to invest into it. Understand that. So Israel is now being pushed. That's why they are being backed so heavily by the United States and always have been. It's no secret. We know who runs basically majority of the shit that goes on in here. We know the communities that police never goes in, never ride through, never even bother the citizens of those type of communities because we know who are in those communities. The Jewish people have been doing this shit for a long time, forever. There's no reason us as a people we couldn't, but we know what will happen. It will look like Tulsa all over again. Anytime we try to gain any type of momentum, to move forward, far as to bettering ourselves and doing for ourselves, here lies a problem because there's a threat when it comes to the black people standing up for themselves and doing for themselves. That we don't want to. Yo,
let's talk about that right there, right? So you saying back then niggas tried, got shot down, niggas tried again, got burned up, niggas tried, got blown up, niggas tried, got your feet cut off, right? Now, just like I think we was talking about business the other time when the nigga, some dude trying to make supersonic travel a thing, right? He tried to make supersonic commercial travel a thing, and he was just like, why hasn't this been done? And then he went back in history and was like, oh, because back then they didn't do it because niggas died, was costly, blah, 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 blah. But he was like, that was 40, 50 years ago. Why not try again, right? Why not try again now? Why not try it again now? But because we have more resources, we got more people, we got more exposure, right? I ain't saying our community has more, right? Because we kind of don't. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about the numbers, right? We may be in the same predicament as when Tulsa was burnt down. You know what I mean? But I'm saying is like, why not try to do that again? Right? Why not?
I think all that comes. I think a lot of that I think we are putting the cart before the horse. I think what happens. I think a real foundation is necessary. Like you can't just out of nowhere have your air quote messiah or your figurehead or whatever. You need to make sure that you have a community that does stick together for the first part. Second off, understanding how important it is to stick together, like fundamentally. Maybe not as like a large collective, everybody in my community believes the same thing, is that we are unified just in general. You know what I mean? Like you could be Democrat, Republican, whatever the fuck it is. None of those things matter. I'm American first and my nationality second. So once you have that type of structure, then you can start having people being pulled up that you know are stout people that have principles. Like you have. But that's what I'm saying. This is all gradual. We don't have these things. So what we do is we just have someone and we put him up there, but he don't got no principles. He has no idea what it means to have certain principles or have them be challenged. I heard somebody tell me the other day, they was like, a certain amount of money will warp anybody's principles. Well, no, that's not true. I get what you would say. I know it magnifies that for somebody else, but I can tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I'm not waking up to Diddy behind me in bed. You know what I mean? There ain't enough money in the world. So when you start hearing these things, that's what I think we are missing. We miss like the moral side of it, the principle side of it, to be able to start evolving and having like, when Dr. Umar Johnson say something, we all just like, hey, yo, that brother's always kind of right. What you saying, brother? You know what I mean? Louis Farrakhan, he said something. Oh man, the honorable minister spoke over there. They take the young boys, let's go right up there and see their word. I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? But we can go respect that man and go see him. Hey, you heard somebody glide on Trayvon Martin the other day, tried to pull him up. Oh yeah, his daddy and his uncles up there talked to the sheriff, and oh yeah, they about to iron that shit the fuck out. I heard they about to get 10 million. If they had more of that familiar, I mean, like I said, with nothing wrong, no drugs, no nothing. It's just we have to get to that point. So when someone does come to our community and drops heroin in the middle of the street, he's like, oh shit, get this shit the fuck out of here. What is wrong? What? No. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I think because we missed that.
How can you combat that in a starving community when you got young guys out there seeing it a way that they can make money? Not looking at
it got to start back at home. We are at the bottom.
You got to understand. Look at how things are. And look at the dynamics of the wealth gap that we're dealing with when it comes to our people compared to any other race of people. Yet we're the biggest spenders, but yet we're damn near the lowest when it comes to the economics in this country. We're the lowest. Why is that?
But we can keep saying that we are like at a deficit. We know this and everything like that, but it has to start somewhere. And it has to start collectively. If you're not taking care of your kids, you take care of your kids. If you're like, it has to be a collective. All of us are moving in that direction, because we can keep saying that we have a deficit. It's been bad, slavery, everything. And it's so merited. It's so true. But at some point, we have to shed all of that, be accountable and say, we know that, let's move.
But listen, when we do that, we get our own people used against us to infiltrate anything that we try to put together.
We don't want to be there though. We don't want to be there though. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like we're not ready to be there.
Yeah, we're not because of the division between us that has been given to us by our apostles. This is something that's been given us. Like I said, you can't conform to it. If you got to understand, you're dealing with people that have been living in poverty majority of their life. So they're always looking for an easy way out. Now, we could put something together. You got to understand, it wouldn't even let us on the NFL team.
We wouldn't, but this is our thing though. We wouldn't even. But we wouldn't want it before we even get. What I'm saying is, before we even get there, we don't want no parts of it. That's what we should be saying. I don't want to be in your football. I want. Look, we have not managed any of those things well enough to be able to monopolize on it like we want to, because that's what it is. Because if you end up having a community of people that say, I'm getting myself out of that. Huh?
With the sports we have. Because without us being in but mainly with the sports, without us being in the sports entertainment world, there is no sports. There is no billions and $1 million contracts.
But I think ownership though, right?
I think that's my biggest part.
Yeah, that we're speaking on the ownership of it, not particularly just participating, not just being late.
Yeah, because that's how we get taken advantage of. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's where I started from. I'm saying they won't even let our people own a team in their league. Even if we just said, fuck it, we don't want to be a part of this shit. We're going to start our own. What happens? Then we're pulling all our players from their leagues. We're taking money out of their pocket. Their stadiums are no longer filled. Nobody's going to see their games. We popping. What happens then when the wealth switches the other way when it comes to the economics as far as the sports in the league? What happens? It's equivalent to saying this, cuz. Hold on. It's equivalent to saying this. Why do they bring all the best black athletes to the top colleges and why they don't go to the HBCUs?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is come on, man. They don't go to
I get all that. They definitely don't. They're trying to make it a thing now. But I do think in general, I don't think we have I think the way it should, in my mind, be, we have a community of people that believe in one kind of route. That's it. We don't care how we get to that route. That's what we get. But then before we would donate our children to the NFL, the college systems, things like that, like we would cultivate something for us that, like you said, you could try to burn it down. But by the time, we're not talking over the course of 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. I'm talking about over the course of centuries, where you as a community, you're not trying to poke a bear. You're not trying to fight you. I don't want to fight you. I want you to have your shit and I want to have my shit. Once you start getting muddied with the money, because as a culture, we'd be smart enough by the time we would donate our children to their programs, we would have already developed a way of like, oh no, here's your money. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, there you go. You have a good one. Let me get back to cooking. I got all this stuff. Oh, come on down, Donald. Oh, Donald, welcome to. Oh man, it's so good. How you doing, Donald? My man. You move it, but once again, by us having it's in the entertainment world, we are not meant to be there, because the biggest sign is we are always taken advantage of. We are always on the bottom side, and then even if you are on the opposite and try to do your own, we are the ones that pull them down. Like, it's us. It ain't them. They don't give a fuck. They don't know.
It's you being taken advantage of your ability, something that we naturally have. You're being put in an arena and being taken advantage of your ability, but not your people would never reap the benefits of it. Yeah, you will see millions of dollars, of course, and you can't even really do so much with what you would want to do as far as helping people. You can do what you can, but as far as the dynamics of helping our people, that shit is like a soap. Honestly, it's a soap, because guess what you do to black men? You push all of them to either think basketball or football, knowing that the draft only select a certain amount of people to go into this motherfucker.
30 to 50 niggas a year.
Exactly. Come on, exactly. Now look how many niggas is competing for that position. Their whole life.
Yeah. 500,000 a year.
Exactly, because we talked about it. It's a cycle that locks you in according to your talent. You're just the entertainment, and you don't have no ownership in it. Only thing you get at the end of the day, you might get a Hall of Fame inductee, and then goddamn it, and we know sports is rigged now, so you see how that goes. I mean, it's kind of a fucked up situation. You get what I'm saying? And the numbers are low. The numbers are, if you watching football, that shit real low.
Oh yeah. But man, you notice how you.
There's a concept of how they tie our black brothers into that system of thinking that this is the best shot that they have, instead of pushing any type of ownership on them, saying, hey, you know what? Instead of going to play basketball, I can help you start this business. I'm gonna put you in this
contract lawyer.
But if you're playing football, they'll come grab you. They'll come watch your ass all goddamn day while you playing football. Come to all your high school games. But they ain't coming to your classroom to watch you pass these motherfucking tests on how to become an owner and saying, you know what? That's my new owner right there. I'm going to grab him. I want him as an owner. I want him as this. I want him as this. No, I want this nigga out there catching football. This is what I need this nigga doing. Catching that kid, tossed around this field, making me millions and billions of dollars. That shit is sick.
Whose fault is it that child doesn't know what a contract lawyer is? Because that's the thing, man. Who's keeping the information from these children then?
The community,
the school system, and the school system.
So look,
which is the.
I think it's the community. I think it's more the community.
So what? I'm with Will. I'm with Will on this. Hebrew saying it though.
Yeah.
So we can't. You saying Hebrew saying who not teaching them about the contract lawyers, right? Not teaching them, who want to watch him play football or whatever, not teaching him he can be an owner, right? That's the oppressor. The oppressor saying, hey dog, no, shoot that ball. Throw that motherfucking pill. Hit that goddamn bit. Hit that shit, bitch. Oh wow. That's their job, to distract that talent, that genius from that athlete, that king God, from being with. I said, just imagine LeBron James taking his genius and energy and effort to being something else.
Yeah,
he could have did anything in the world, literally. We're not even talking about physically. The nigga smart as hell too.
Maybe not.
You got to be. Well, again, maybe not. Right? The nigga, you got to be some kind of smart to shoot that shit, play for such a long time, be so fucking healthy for so long. You know what I mean? Stay on top, stay clean, stay out the way. For you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like, also the community got to say, go to the HBCU, or nigga, it's 55 slots for 500,000 y'all. Try to own, try to create, try to develop. Go work for, your uncle owns a mechanic shop, right? You go to school and help him franchise his shop. Your Aunt Sally got a dry cleaner over here, right? Go help her find some new locations, right? Because Aunt Sally, she know how to run a dry cleaner, and you know how to run a business. Goddamn, you got something, right?
But I think and right on track, and I think that's way back. Like when you even like it shouldn't be uncommon for our community to be able to say, like, hey, son, when you get older, we're going to work towards you being a lawyer unless you got a better plan. Like, and you follow that instruction. Hey, son, you got your first paycheck. Come in. We're going to do this with it real quick.
You hear the Indians talk about it all the time. They say, man, I'm going over there and I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a doctor. If they want a doctor, these niggas be successful entrepreneurs, business owners, millions of dollars.
I don't need them.
Where your doctor degree at? Where your degree, bro? She's like, Mom, I got $1 billion good.
But think about all of that though. I also take you out the dating pool. This is your wife. When you are 25, this is the woman you. Now, I'm not saying this works for everybody, but I'm saying as a culture, this is what they bought into. Because I'm not wasting your time on the dating pool, so you getting diseases, making babies, all types of shit. I done made sure you protecting that front. I've already established that what you're going to do to be productive for this community. That's what you finna do. And then you gonna respect your mama. You gonna bring your children to my house. We gonna eat dinner every Sunday. And then once you have that, I'm just saying that's when it's gonna pop right. These white folk had it for generations. They brought it to another country and it made the same shit.
Will, this is what you needed. Listen, this what was missing. Okay, the basic concept. Okay, first of all, you taught individual. We're taught individualism, so understand that you're taught to go out, get a job, earn, make money, whatever the case may be. You're not taught to, hey, let's start a family business. You have a whole family of people going out to everybody else's job, making everybody else's rich. See, white people wasn't doing it. You feel what I'm saying? They was going out to their business. Chinese people wasn't doing it. They was going out to their business. You get what I'm saying? Arabs, they was going out to their business. Their kids going out to their business from their home. So the money stayed where? In their home, in their community, in their setting. See, we know nothing of, we used to have that, but now we know nothing about it. That's why we will go finance cars, got cars from all these different finance companies. Everybody in the house paying car notes from all these different cars.
30% interest on shit.
Everybody got bank accounts from goddamn every different bank that they can name. Credit cards from every goddamn instead of open up a trust. Everybody work off the same trust. Everybody put the money in the trust. Everybody gain from the trust. Get the interest from the trust. You know nothing about that because why? Information that wasn't passed on to our people about financial literacy when it comes to financial wealth and the transfer. So we missed out on that. You get what I'm saying? So you got to start from basically the root. This shit was planted on us in order for us not to survive because you was left out of that. Which, why I state back a while back on our last show when I was talking about the language barrier. When you change languages, this is what you run into. You can run schemes and games because people don't know what is going on throughout the language barrier being switched. Now you can do what you want to the people, have them subjugated, broke, poor, waiting on a savior while you're taking advantage, gaining head with what? Well, you're taking all the gold, you're robbing the earth resources.
Don't forget the savior need the money too.
Oh, yeah. You're digging up the earth blood. You won't let the oil stay in the ground. You got to dig up the earth blood. Come on, man. Leave the earth blood alone. Let it goddamn do what it do. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand. We was left out of the financial literacy part of this equation for a reason on how to gain wealth and how to transfer it. So if we was taught that right there, we will have one of the biggest financial booming communities in the world throughout the world. I ain't talking about just in one area. We will be doing that everywhere. But what does that do to everybody else? Be that we are the biggest spenders. And we're spending it with ourselves.
But hey, man.
What do that put everybody else in the world?
But this is the thing.
That kills everybody.
In America, man, it does fundamentally have to start with us, but then it does also have to know that we have to recognize it's more about us being poor. We have to be poor. We cannot afford for all of you to be rich. But once again, if you really want to see a true power shift, if all entertainers said, I'm not entertaining no more. Not entertaining no more. All of them.
Show me how you can be the biggest spender and be rich. How do you be the biggest spender in the world?
What's in the spender? Huh?
No, I was saying take it a step further, Will. What if all those entertainers said, I'm only playing or entertaining for niggas? Fuck it.
No, see, you can't sell that. You can't sell that. I don't like you. I'm not trying because they're not negotiating in good faith because they think they can do it without us.
No, they can't. They can't. And what I'm saying is, since we know they can't, I'm just gonna go shuck and jive for my people.
I say we stop at shuck and jiving. Period. We are not a plaything. We are not a plaything. But what I'm saying is I get why they're doing what they're doing, but that conditioning has made it as viewed as weak. Because the things that we are doing that we think are like masculine or strong, like shooting up our neighborhoods, being in a gang, like that shit's either gay, stupid, or like redundant. And then we buy into it so much that we are just a joke to anybody else, no matter how serious we are, because that's the real problem that we have is we're insecure about how we are being perceived. And then for the most part, that insecurity is valid. But the problem is they don't give a fuck. They don't. So the only way to really extinguish that is a group of us show business on nothing illegal, nothing crazy. Just, I'm not entertaining you no more. Well, you gonna? I just don't want to do it no more. And our kids don't want to do it no more. So our kids aren't buying into it, unfortunately, a Sexy Red. I mean, she seemed like a nice young lady. I like her music, blah, blah, blah. But you get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have that no more. So now it's a Molly Ray Cyrus doing it, whatever her name is. And we just like, oh, yeah, that's cute and cool. Not my daughter. Not my daughter. And then my daughter's looking at, she's cool, but she don't look like me. So I can't connect the whole shit because I don't see that often enough, but it's cool that she doing it. You know what I mean? But that's the way it should be because that's how they got where they at. So many damn people, but where's their version of Sexy Red? Where's the you know, like,
but they
crazy.
Even they ratchet, look, even they ratchet women they push on our culture. They'll give them our little music and push them on our culture. So you see how it is. Man, come on, man.
Yeah.
We're still being entertained ourselves. That's our problem. We got to get out of the entertainment mindset of things, thinking that it's all entertainment because that's what we've been brought up to do, to entertain. So that's what we're looking to do because we enjoy it ourselves.
But once again, you're talking about
No, they found something that we're good at and use it against us. That's why they're able to profit off of us behind it. Look at everything we're good at, they profit off 100%.
Yeah.
Show me I'm lying. That they found what we're good at. They know black people have melanin. That shit fired off so many neurons in the body, has them doing all types of shit that we can't even goddamn fathom that we're just now coming into contact with. Like that's a second motherfucking hidden agenda or something.
I think it's so hard to be able to put it on people. I don't put the stuff on the people to do it because
entertain each other. They didn't have no entertainment though. Think about what they did back in those days. They had no entertainment. We were entertaining each other, dancing, doing all types of shit.
It's not the same though. It's not the same though. You talking about you have $1 million corporations meant to make you buy something. Like it's not fair to the person. Like it really has to start I think it starts at the top because the average Joe Schmo don't know he being manipulated. You know what I mean? Like he's thinking he's buying this book because he liked the book, but he don't know that every time he turn on his fucking radio, the book's being pumped into his head all day. God knows whatever other shit that we don't know about they doing. So I think it's like hard to say like we have to disassociate from entertainment because it's really attacking you whether you want it or not. You get what I'm saying? Like whether you want it or not, someone's gonna say something like we want to be social. You know what I mean? But like somehow it's like it's hard. I think these companies, if they like, I think if Black people took a stance, like those people that we all admire, because no matter who you are, there's somebody out there you admired or admire. You have to see them people really take a stand and say, you know, I'm done. I'm not feeding any of this anymore. I'm not none of it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I'm not going to be paid to do things to manipulate others. And I think that's where that would happen.
I agree with what you're saying, but like, my point was, or my trying to stance was like, you take the Farrakhan route, nigga, right? Because when he moved, I got my own military, right? Got my own security guards. I'm going to eat black. I'm going to dress black, right? I'm going to teach black, right? Where I'm going is black. I'm driving black if I can, right? Get black gas, right? You know, some things we just can't do black, right? But I'm saying like, just think about the CEO of fucking Red Lobster who revitalized Red Lobster. Why he couldn't have done it in a black company, right? Think about the fucking lady, like you said, who made the GPS. If she knew better, she could get a technology to a black company to do what with, right? I ain't saying don't do what you're good at. What I'm saying, even Martin Lawrence and them niggas, Tyler Perry, take the Tyler Perry route, nigga. I'm making movies for my niggas, and I'm putting it out with my black distribution company, right? I'm only showing this shit at black movie theaters, right? That's the type of entertainment I'm talking about. I ain't talking about just And then,
like being in the industry. I could tolerate that too. The being on the business side of it, because that's what
I'm do me, but I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm selling it to them only. I'm going to do what I'm good at. I'm telling jokes. I'm only going to black comedian stand-up spots. You know what I'm talking about? If I'm good at singing, I'm only going to sing for these. If I'm good at playing the sport, I'm only playing in the big three.
But also too, this is another thing I have a problem with, man. And this is what I've been battling with recently. I don't want to feed no more racism, bro. Like I don't.
You can't help it.
I know, man. I do subscribe to the thing, like that's a mentality, man. That comes from somewhere. Like it's a part of a weakness, but like deep down, it's like it gets boring, and it gets like it seems like it gets in the way of like a bigger thing. Like I think thinking of race that much, it just gets. I think it just gets in the way of some things because, man, I know motherfuckers, man, and I can't ignore that those men are stout dudes. You know what I mean? And I'm not caping for them as a whole, but I'm saying like
it's a big you. But again, hold on. You just talked about 100 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
And 100 years from now, is your granddaughter going to say, "Hey, granddad, you used to talk to white people?" And you can say, "Yeah." But in her future, only black people are black and they thriving, right? Like you said, they got their own ADL. They got this own thing that said you can't drop off heroin in the community no more. You can't say kill a nigga on the radio no more, right? You can't.
I'm not saying segregation though. I'm not saying segregation. I'm saying through us still developing ourselves, we don't put ourselves into positions of either manipulating or being manipulated because we as a foundation
participate with them. It always
no. You can cohabitate, live your life. This system can work. The problem is that we put ourselves in positions of, and we have not handled the basis. We don't have to entertain things. I can live in any affluent neighborhood, black, white, or whatever, and I want them to be able to do the same. But I know this: when I see any of you two anywhere and something comes up, you two will have more of my favor because I understand. I don't need to be racist against them, you know.
But you're not being racist against them. But when you move into their affluent neighborhood, what they do? They move the fuck out. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying.
But I'm not. If you move out.
If you started, when black people got money and went to Bloomingdale's, they couldn't get no fucking service. It wasn't never.
I don't. Look. But that's their dumbass. That's their dumbass fault. I'm talking about being the best person for you. If I move into a neighborhood, I'm moving into the neighborhood because I want to move in the neighborhood. And I'm smart enough to know that, like, hey, I'm not moving into the neighborhood where don't know motherfuckers want me there. That's number one. Number two, if anything else goes on, see, and this is the type of stuff I think that makes me like different about some of this stuff, because I get it. It is wrong that it shouldn't be this way, but I'm smart. I'm here for a reason. I made these moves. If I have to be in an area where I have to just cling on to mine, that's fine. That's great. But I'm not going to be living my life off of race. I live my life off as principles and developing my own. And for whatever you agree with, disagree with. But like, I don't want it to bleed into, because some ignorant parts of us will make a situation worse, because racism is not useful, I don't think. Like racism, hold on, like true racism.
But listen, it's not, but it's a self-preservation. You've been slapped on your back 1 billion times for shit that you ain't have no rhyme, reason, or nothing for. Niggas been slapped on the wrist, cut up, shot at. I just seen a nigga, young boy said a young boy got shot by a cop because he was running from somebody else shooting at him. What the fuck? What the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? And it keeps happening. I'm not saying you have to shit on them. I'm just saying every time you go play fair with them, you get burned. And it's every single time.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's because we are still in, like, I agree with you. Everything you're saying is right. But I still think that does come into the play, that we still put ourselves in those positions. I could be homeboys with you and everything like that. Oh, you can work in my shop. Nah, man, I work with my cousin, man. That's good, though. Well, I'll see you next week. We're going to have beers. We're going to play some golf. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big dog. Yeah. So when it comes, like, that's what I'm talking about. When you still have this world and we still can navigate, because that's where you're going to be useful. Because then I can get in with y'all and I can get That's how they think it. They thinking like, oh no, I want you niggas around for real. Like just with them poor ones down there. Cause when you two get to fighting and you buy them guns and I own that store over there. My homeboy, he owned the store back there. But just hate that nigga over there, yeah, for no reason. Yeah.
Everybody is for the advancement of their own people. It's just that we're not in that of our own. I mean, look at China. China got 10G popping off. Look what they just accomplished with bringing what they call the fashion internet to the world. Everybody is for the advancement of their people. At this point, our people, we have to find a way. You understand? Because everybody is doing what they're doing for their own people. We're still helping everybody else. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We figured it out yet that, hey, listen, you cannot be the biggest spenders in the world and be rich and have power. You can't be. Show me anybody that's doing that. You will remain the brokest. You get what I'm saying? It's a guidance thing. People we don't know nothing about. 10G coming. 10G, just imagine what these people about to make off of this. They just skipped from fucking 5 to 10.
What is it?
Shit, they talking about you'll be able to download movies in 4 minutes to 5. I mean 4 to 5 seconds. Now, we already know nobody that well, think about it. Nobody downloads movies anymore. We got Hulu. We got Netflix. Yeah. We got all these other places to watch these movies that streamed on. Why would we want the advancement of downloading a video? Bullshit, if you ask me. Who's being downloaded? You are. You are the new movie to be downloaded every time you hold your device in your hand with a 10G device.
So I'm gonna explain 10G. 10G is 10 gigabytes per second. And if you know anything about data, nigga, 10G, I ain't never seen 10 gigabytes move in a second. 10 seconds is that's breathtaking. That's breathtaking.
Yeah, that's crazy. So how's this working? They just put fiber down like what 2-3 years ago? Like how are they doing this now? Yeah,
listen, they say dedicated fiber connections can deliver 10G speeds today, offered by some ISPs already. So they going through the already infrastructure that's already laid. So here you go, and this is predictive business, right, or premeditated business. They knew, hey, once I can move a few gigabytes through these fibers, shit, we can just keep upping however many we can push through the fibers at a time. And so they only gonna need a new distribution platform when they can't spend no more through this shit, right?
Yeah. I mean, this always goes back to that thing where I kind of think that this stuff is already there. Like it's already there. They've got whatever they needed for it, Like they just gotta. It's a way they can make more money to charge you more.
Yeah, to give it to us. Yeah, but in my thing, it to me though, I mean, just like your Fitbit watch and all these monitors and EKGs and defibrillators, they put all that shit in the phone. You have all of that would be in your device on a 10G network. That's what you will have when you're walking around with it. Everything is literally everything. That's part of the new digital world that's coming, because you got to understand, look who brought it to the world first, which was China, who brought 5G here first. But we know all the people got sick doing it. So, and some shit got started. Yeah, in Wuhan, you know. But anyway, another show. But we got 10G. So we already know radiation is about to be off the fucking Richter scale. Because if you bring your gauges out and you go around testing radiation, you will be astonished at what the numbers are reading. This shit is unhealthy.
But the sun though, the sun does a lot of radiation with that though.
No.
That's a lot.
I mean, you can do it without the sun being up. The sun don't got to be up. You can do it at night. Honestly, that would be the best time to do it, because the shit is more active at nighttime. when you can really hear shit going on. You literally can walk around and gauge just the shit in your house. Gauge your devices. Why the fuck you think they get hot and be ready to explode in your hand? Because motherfuckers be holding them too long and your hand's about to burn up.
The internet crazy. I'm going down to Google search and say it's 10G real, right? And so it got a goddamn Reddit article from fucking 2024. Look how fast this shit moving too, boy. And it should say, no, 10G is not real. It's not a thing. And nigga, it is a year, it's 18 months later. We are here. It say ultra fast download files like 20 gigabytes can take seconds instead of minutes. Which
20 gigabytes, bro. That
seconds,
is
bro.
Crazy.
They're gonna fry the people, man.
You know how long
it's gonna be low latency. Listen, low latency, right? Essentials for lag-free gaming. Bitch, I ain't never had I play Call of Duty on my phone. I still get glitches and lags, right? So I need some lag-free gaming, VR, AR, and real-time applications, right? So listen, and the last one is say future proofing handles increasing demand for multiple devices and future tech. So this 10G is for robotics, right? Just imagine now we got 1 billion fucking robots on the road that can get information and transfer data back and forth in seconds, right? Just think about my people in mail lady. I'm telling her your job about to be replaced because once the robots can already sort the mail. Once the robot can drive that shit to the crib itself, the fuck we talking about? You out?
Yeah, man. See, but man, that's a big thing. That's why the market does everything has to crash because with AI, there's a lot of shit where niggas don't need you. You don't need to be working. We don't need this industry no more. Like it would behoove. The only way that happens is you drop it. Like you just destroy not just the economy, man. You destroy the fucking work structure. On purpose. It'd be like a pandemic for work.
This is why it's important for Black people to sit together, right? Because with over $2 trillion in spending power, right? If that shit is moved too late, right? If it's moved now, it's crippling. But if it's moved after the fact, they got the robots driving already, where they got the smart factories and the fucking smart stores, they don't need people working anymore. That $2 trillion spending power ain't gonna be as valuable. Why? Because we just spending it with our people still. And they've already dismantled the labor force. They've already dismantled the shit to where, because now niggas walk away from the shipyard cripples, right? Niggas walk from the post office, the shit cripples. Walk away from Walmart, Target, the shit cripples, right? Because ain't nobody working. Once them niggas replaced, Walmart ain't hiring niggas for 3 years. Walmart's on a 3-year hiring freeze.
What?
That sounds right. That sounds crazy. That was announced 2-3 months ago, and they stopped been up $20 since then. You know what I'm talking about? So what I'm saying is, if we gonna move, it got to be now. It got to be now. China got whole dark factories. They got whole dark factories. The shit use less power than a whole factory of niggas and get 20 times the work done though.
Yeah. Man, it's just a lot of changes finna come, man.
You go in the grocery store and you scanning your groceries doing the job of a cashier. They minimize it. As long as they put a machine there.
You put your shit in the basket and leave the store. They've already scanned the part while you leaving the store. You ain't got to scan your own shit. Put shit in the basket. Go take the car.
Yeah.
I'll charge the car. No, they got that now already in the Amazon grocery store.
Yeah, they got some of them. It ain't work. It still ain't working too good though.
It's another machine. They got a whole Amazon store.
It was like it's in Washington State. They got one in Washington State, but they got one up. They got one in DC in Tyson's Corner, I think. Oh, they do. Okay, but they still got problems with that. That's the word on the street about it.
What can we do to keep that from happening? Not using.
All right, take away.
It's the participation part that keeps us doing this shit. You got to stop participating in these type of activities because now, when I go in the grocery store, which is rarely, but when you go in there clog that motherfucker up. Don't nobody go to the machine. They got 2 cashiers. Everybody getting the cashier's line. Just on the strength that we being forced into compliance. It's a baby force, but we're being forced into this type of compliance to stand around. I mean, it'd be crazy. People all on different aisles waiting to check out in the self-checking line because they got 2 people in the cash register and the line's long. This shit is getting out. It's going crazy, but the participation part is what has people stuck into conforming to what these people want us to do. And that's to me, that's the scariest way to go out, because you really being forced into a situation and don't know nothing about this shit. Nothing at all. You really being forced, man, and it makes no sense because it's really gonna separate people sooner or later. Give about 7 or 8 years from now, watch how this shit be, man. It's gonna be untainable because you're gonna have 2 sets of people. Real shit, you're gonna have 2 sets of people, and it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, cool. That was my takeaway.
All right, it will.
Today's takeaway, man. Don't be easily distracted, man. Make your own decisions. Enjoy your own life. Don't let somebody else speak for you. You got a lot of years underneath your belt. You got a lot of years in front of you. You want to make sure that whatever decisions or thoughts that you have are really your own and not not people around
you. Okay, it will. The shit called Amazon. The shit called Amazon Fresh. They got stores in Tennessee, Washington State, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey, Maryland, Illinois.
God, really?
So
they both.
What I'm saying is that shit is here. There's no cashiers. Like Hebrew said, they got a tablet on the cart. Go to AmazonFresh.com. You see the shit. They got a cart with a tablet on. You scan your shit as you walk through the motherfucking store. You take your shit to the car and you put your fucking cart back, nigga. They got a checkout shit too, but it's like ain't no employees in there. So once they don't need niggas to restock them shelves, that's a fully automated.
Bruh. And you know what's even crazier about that shit, man? That's just a vending machine, bro. That's a vending machine.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Well,
vending machine turned into a fucking building.
The future is now, bro. The future is now, bro. This is crazy.
Down need a janitor to clean the hole because I got a robot driver to clean this bitch up. I got the robotic sweeper. I don't need a nigga to stock the vegetables. I don't need a nigga for logistics because when I'm down to 25 apples, I got an automatic trigger to get me another 100 apples.
You gotta start paying people.
You gotta pay out $30,000. Think about it. You gotta pay out $30,000 in employee money.
You're talking about billions of people. Hold on. You're talking about billions of people that will be unemployed and into that housing market. You think that the government's not gonna make some form of subsidies for them motherfuckers sitting around on their ass? Like, bro, you talking about billions of people not having jobs. That shit right there, the closer you get to it, they gotta pay. They gotta pay the people to sit at home.
But
no, that's what I'm saying. You gotta pay for them to sit at home.
No. That's where the currency come in. That's when I'm talking about the universal currency, where everybody will be given a card where everybody money will, wherever you get paid, will take care of all your benefits and everything you need to take within that month, which is your car note, your rent, everything will be issued to that one card. You will get one stipend a month. That's coming. I was talking about the UMCCA card, some shit, because they was giving them to the Venezuelans niggas when they was coming over here. Something similar to it.
Like this is socialism.
But the phase 2 part of this shit is basically a universal income. You got to look up. We did a show on it, cuz universal versus basic. It's 2 sets. You get what I'm saying? But you will get a stipend every month. All your bills will cover whatever's on that card will cover everything you have in expenses. You won't be a millionaire no more. You won't go over your stipend. You won't make an extra $200.
That is socialism. That's socialism. That is socialism.
Exactly. And look, and we blindly walking directly into this shit for them. You see how this shit works? But that's what participation do. Go ahead,
that's what I'm saying. If once we take out $2 trillion spending and We got to do it before Walmart do this, before Target does this, right? Because now we don't need that's literally $1 trillion in food is gonna be gone, right? Because niggas ain't got to go work at the store. And so we take our money there still. It don't matter no more. The shit's fully automated now. They done got all the money out of the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
we're back to
what I'm
being
saying
entertainment.
So and you gotta be entertainment now. Why? Because I can't go work at fucking 7-Eleven.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They forced.
I can't work at Food Lion.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you were saying, that universal basic income. That's what it is. But all that shit right there, socialism doesn't. But if you can, but that's it's crazy. I mean, I don't want to stretch out no longer. But what's crazy is that is what the Democratic Party essentially wants. They want equality. They want what they perceive as true equality, but that it never works that way. You know what I mean? Like, at least there's no successful examples that it still exists today. Everyone that did adopt socialism or communism fucking suck now or are better because they're not doing it.
This is the definition of
all on this
is the definition of if they give all the money and distribute it equally to the people, right? There's still the 1% to get all the money back, right? And that's because they've already built the infrastructure and that way to funnel shit right back to up. All right, so this we still can be talking for another hour, I'm sure. Nigga, my takeaway is unify and thrive. If you didn't know, now you know. Fucking the shit about to get spooky. It's already creepy. You know what I mean? Take care of yourself responsibility. And these are the same niggas that gave them Indians, them syphilis, them smallpox blankets.
I was waiting for it.
These are the same niggas. Like, share, subscribe, motherfucker. Hit up Frank for the book, Dark Conspiracies, man. That shit jumping. We're gonna be back next week with some more good shit, man. We're gonna fuck with y'all boys. Yeah. We out here, y'all.